Hello guys, and welcome to another nail polish collection video from me. We've got all sorts in this video. We haven't just got OPI like some of my previous videos, so we'll just get started. So this is going to be a little bit of a different layout to last time, because rather than going through sort of the different shades, I'm going to do different brands, because I think it'll be a bit easier than trying to think about the colours and it might confuse you. So I'm going to do brands instead. So literally I'm just going to get straight in here and get going. So first one up, we have this little OPI mini, and this is Orange Fantastic from the Coca-Cola collection. And as you can see, it's just kind of a bright orange colour. I think, well, I don't use this one very much because I think it's quite similar to some of the other oranges I've got. Surprisingly enough, I've got a lot of oranges. I didn't even really realise this. What is it about orange? I don't even really wear orange, but I seem to have a lot of orange. I may have to rethink buying the next lot of OPI collections because I seem to have a lot of orange. But yeah, anyway, I mean, luckily I've got this in the mini, not in some of the larger ones, because I think it would have been a bit of a waste, because I've got a lot of similar shades here. So next one we have is Down to the Coral, or Coral. I don't know what it's called, it's a weird name. It's from the OPI Neon collection that came out this year. And although it does fit in the orange category, it is coral, and I don't know if you can kind of see in the camera the shimmer bit in it. It's coming off on camera really orange, but actually it's a bit more pinky in real life. It's very bright though. The formula is nice. The only problem with it is it dries matte, and that drives me insane because I hate it. So I really would suggest using a high gloss top coat with this colour, just to make sure that it really shines. Unless you want it matte, then that's fine, but I personally don't, because I think it reminds me of a highlighter. But it is a really nice colour. I tried to get this in the larger bottle and couldn't, because it was all sold out, so it's quite popular. So there you go. Sticking to minis, I will show you this one, which is called, this is called Juice Bar Hopping. Now I actually have this in the large too, because I brought the mini collection first of the neons and then have proceeded to buy the larger bottles. I'm only missing 2 out of the collection in the larger bottles. So yeah, I have this in mini and in large. Probably what's going to happen is when I next visit my mum, this one will stay there. So I've just got the larger one. The formula is quite good. The only thing with this is I find it stains gels or acrylics. So if you are painting, and even with a white base coat, it still does that. Don't ask me why. It's probably just really pigmented. So if you have got acrylics or gel extensions, or you're just painting on top of gel polish, whatever you're doing, be very careful, because it will stain. You'll either have to remove them or completely buff like the top off and do an infill or something like that. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, those are the next 2. So then we have in my back pocket, which as you can see is quite an old bottle. It was my first orange OPI colour to buy. Yay! So it's very old. You can see my collection has grown a lot. It's a nice formula. It's a nice bright orange. I wouldn't say though that it was my favourite orange to work with. Now that I've got different oranges, I tend to go more for them rather than this one. But it's still a very nice orange colour. So done that one. So then we'll go on to, this is a shimmery one. This is Take the Stage, which is from the, it needs a bit of a shake because I haven't used it in a while. This is from the 2010 Burlesque collection. Here you go, just giving it a bit of a shake. Yeah, this is from the 2010 Burlesque collection, and it was one of the first collections I ever got all completed, and it was quite a couple of years after as well, so it was very, very hard to track them all down, but I eventually got them all, just because, if you don't know this about me, I am a huge Christina Aguilera fan, huge. So obviously, like, I loved the film, and then they brought out the Burlesque collection, and I just knew I had to have it because of the connection to Christina. It's a little bit weird, but hey. But this collection is the reason that all these other OPIs are here, and also probably why I'm a nail tech, because I just got obsessed with OPI and their nails and everything else. So really, it's all thanks to Christina that I'm doing this video. So there you go. So don't laugh that much. So yeah, it's back to the point of the nail polish. It's a shimmery, bronzy orange colour. It's really, really pretty. I just haven't used it in a while. It's not one that stays in my professional bag. It's one that I keep at home. I keep all of the Burlesque ones at home. I have the mini pack as well that also stays at home. They do not get used on clients. They, to me, are sort of quite special because I did take a very long time to track them all down, and it's probably why I don't use them that much either, just because I don't want to run out of them, because I'm afraid that I'll never get them again. So they're kind of my precious ones that nobody uses. So hey. Next up we have Where Did Susie's Man Go? And this is from the Brazil collection, sorry. And this one is my favourite orange to use, I think, because it's a bit more pastel-y, if that makes sense. You can kind of see, like, compared to these ones, it's very pastel-y. And I just really, really like to use it. Again, I've said it before, the Brazil collection, in my eyes, is the best OPI collection ever. Well, this year, we'll say. Just because all of the formulas and all of the colours are amazing. I absolutely love them. So, yeah, this is definitely one of my go-to colours. If I want to wear an orange polish, it will guaranteed be this one. So then next up we have Two Can Do It If You Try, which I just love. I love the name of Two Can Do It If You Try. And it's kind of more of a corally orange. Like, if you compare it to these ones, it's quite more pink than these ones. It's a really, really nice colour, and these two together from the Brazil collection, amazing. Just absolutely love them. So yeah, this is another one from the Brazil collection, another one that gets used a lot because I love it. Then next up we have My Paprika is Hotter Than Yours, and this is from the Euro Central collection. And actually that was one of the first full collections I got as a nail tech, so it's quite momentous. The thing I like about this one is it's a little bit shimmery. You can kind of see that line of shimmer in that, hopefully. So yeah, it's really, really bright, but it's actually sort of kind of darker than the other ones, if you can kind of see compared. So it doesn't get used a lot, but I still really, really like it, and I don't want to get rid of it, so that's why it's still in my collection. Next up we have A Woman's Prerogative, and this is kind of, this is from the Euro Central collection as well, and this is kind of an orangey shimmer colour. Needs a bit of a shake as well. I do really like this colour because of the kind of chromey shimmeriness to it, but I don't use it a lot. But it still stays in my collection. just because in case somebody else wants it, really. But it's a nice colour, I do like it. Next up we have Live Love Carnival, which is from the Brazil collection, and I absolutely love this one. I wore this a lot in the summer, and as you can see, it's more pinky than any of them. Even this one, it's a lot more pinky, it's a lot more coral than the other ones. It's not as orange, but it's a really nice colour, and that's why probably the Brazil collection is the reason I've got so many orange colours, because in one collection you had the three, but they're all very different, so which is good. Then next up we have Rising Star, which again is from the Burlesque collection. So you can see it's a very full bottle, it doesn't get used very much. It's a little bit like A Woman's Prerogative. Look, they're very similar. There's just a tad bit difference. This one's a bit more duochrome than this one, but they're very similar. But again, this one does not stay in my professional polish bag, it stays at home because it doesn't get used, because it's a special one. So now we're on to my other brands of orange shades. So we'll start off with this one, and this one's actually quite new, and actually I haven't really used it apart from swatching. It's by Barry M, and it is called Mediterranean, and it's from the Aquarium collection. Now it's very pretty, as you can see, very shimmery. It's got that real pinky tone to it, but it's still very orange. Actually, I would compare it to Take the Stage by OPI. You can kind of see it's a little bit lighter and more pinky, but you can see they're very kind of similar colours. So yeah, I mean, I don't really tend to use, I'm very attracted to these type of colours, but I don't actually tend to use them, which is really bad of me. I probably should, rather than just going straight for the same old things that I always wear. But it's very pretty, as you can see. So this one is not in my professional bag, it stays at home because I do not use Barry M polishes on my clients. I don't personally. That's just how I feel. I don't think it looks professional if you're using a cheaper product. And that's just personally. Other nail techs out there, it's absolutely, you know, you can use whatever you want, really. But that's just me personally. I wouldn't like to go to pay someone to get my nails done and for them to use Barry M polish on me. But that's just me personally. So that's why this one is just for my use. Next up we have Morgan Taylor, and this one is Candy Coated Coral. Now I think I've used this once or twice, and I brought it to go with Gelish Sweet Morning Dew, so I always make sure I try and have the matching polish colour to my gel polish colours. And I mean, I've said it in a previous video how much I bloody love Morgan Taylor polishes. They are amazing. Look at the size difference to that bottle to any of the other ones. It's huge, but I absolutely love it. The formula on this as well is absolutely fantastic. It's more of a paler peachy kind of colour. So next up we have Model's Own Peach Melba. And this is from the Scented collection. It really does smell of peaches, and it's a really lovely colour, as you can see. I've got nothing else like it in my collection at all, but like the Barry M polish, this one does not sit in my professional bag. It sits at home because, yet again, I don't think it looks professional to use Model's Own polishes on clients, but for me it's absolutely fine. So next we go on to Siete, and this is Playdate, and there was a little bow on the front here, but because this one actually does sit in my professional bag, because Siete is a professional brand. It's more of a professional brand than some of the other ones. It was created, the whole brand was created by a nail tech, so that's why. I mean, this is the only one I have, I dare to say it, and not many people actually use it, but it does actually sit in my professional bag. But this is more of like a reddy corally colour. It's probably the darkest one I've got in this group. But I didn't really see it going with the pinks, and I didn't really see it going with the reds either, so I just thought I'd put it in with the oranges. I thought that would look a bit better. Then I've got a mini Siete, and this is called Encore. I got this last Christmas, well, after last Christmas I got the mini calendar, and I got it on sale, so I managed to open all of them straight away, which was amazing. This one again doesn't sit in my professional pack, just plainly because I've got too many. So this stays in the box with my Model Zone and Barry M's and stuff, and it's more of a burnt orange colour. You can kind of see it's a lot darker than some of the other ones. Not really my type of colour, but I still have it anyway, just in case. Then lastly we have Butter London, and this one is called Jaffa, which reminds me of Jaffa cake. I think that's probably why they did it. And this one again doesn't sit in my professional bag, it gets left at home, again just because I've got too many, but it's a really nice colour. I do really like this one. It's a bit similar though to Two Can Do It if you try. See, it's very, very similar, which again is why it stays at home. If I've got a professional brand and then I've got a non-professional brand, but they're the same type of colour, I don't have both of them in my professional bag, which is why it gets left at home, but it's still a really, really nice colour. So that is my orange collection nail polish video. I hope you liked it. I do have previous videos. I've got a white and nude collection, and then I've got my yellow collection, so please do go and watch them if you want to see more of my polish collection. I'll have another video coming up soon. Please subscribe and like, and also comment if you like a particular polish or have the same polish or whatever you want really, or just have a nice comment to say. So thanks for watching and see you soon. Bye.